Eona eye Appiah Kubi oye chairman Wontumi lawyer. Yet no so beka kire say Appiah Kubi files to withdraw as counsel for Chairman Wontumi in the Runaway mining case ahead of July 3 judgment. Appiah Kubi say sorry now. Also say I or a lawyer for Chairman Wontumi. Exim case no or a plea bargain. And a Runaway case na ye dear we are judge the better judgment on the 3rd no or no watch no ho on your Chairman Wontumi lawyer beam into a file a withdrawal whatever. Then you ask yourself, what kind of games are these people playing with us? Asamno ya kewie. Judge akabukatum. Judge kwa chro the judgment. Lawyer or the Chairman Wontumi ejina asem mu nyina no. Judgment no ebeba no ose ende onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer biem busa ho se adentra. Now mama chwa de tie Appiah Kubi ye pa na me bo first video sorry me we me second video or chere adikudie ntia or say or no onye den he is not going to be Chairman Wontumi's lawyer again. What he's trying to say then say from now till time my judgment in beba no onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer or resign it or withdraw before the judgment comes. Then you ask yourself, what is making a lawyer who has worked with Chairman Wontumi and closed a case, made his closing submissions, and come out to meet the media to say, you know what, we had a good case. And I can play so many videos of Appiah Kubi turning out and coming out to tell Ghana for say, we had a great case in court. In fact, the day the case ended, Appiah Kubi catch Ghana for say, it's been a wonderful trial. And he's very convinced and very, very much convinced to say his client will come out victorious. This same guy, and a few weeks for the judgment to come out. Also, on your Chairman Wontumi lawyer BM. Let's listen to Appiah Kubi.
I can make picture say, Ube back to no proceedings na ekoso.
Sure.
In those cases, I can share with you the record of proceedings in the cases. But Nkrophobia Bonti, can some very to more. But can we honestly convict on the records? Now, I know the HB
Fortunately, the record is what is before the judge.
Yes.
And the judge will not be minded.
I always cry that I pray that the court is a court.
Yeah.
That is my prayer. The only prayer that I do, they say, let us see a court making a pronouncement based on evidence.
Yeah. The evidence before the
court.
And not what is
outside the court. And not at the whims of somebody who is outside the court. Now
for some boy the end of the year, we are all waiting for July 3rd. Our court yes.
I have filed a motion.
What file a motion?
I filed a motion
to arrest the judgment?
Not to arrest the judgment. I don't have that power.
Okay.
I have filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Withdrawal from the case. No, I have cited my reasons.
Who is withdrawing from that case?
Myself as a lawyer.
Who withdraw from?
I'm withdrawing my legal services.
Case, in the case.
Yes.
We are judged. Then
yes. At any point,
I know.
I have a right.
Reason here, then.
My reasons are in the affidavit, and we will take that motion on Monday, so I will not discuss it. But I have cried in the affidavit that as a lawyer, what I feel doing a case like that. Now, I know the prayer, no, and if cry, no, then for all of us as persons in the legal fraternity, then what do you feel?
No, withdraws is here because of what you think would happen on July 3rd.
Not what you think will happen. Anything, because I pray that the court should be a court. Now, your decision, then I will come and I'll comment on the decision. But before then, I'll sound this warning. Someone may have any penny because you have any penny more. It stays with us, and it will also be, we will be confronted with it in course of our time. And you'll be Ochana you'll be for injustice to anybody is injustice to you.
To everyone, I agree. But lawyer,
anything, because I pray that the court should be a court. Now, your decision, then I will come and I'll comment on the decision. But before then, I'll sound this warning. Someone might. I'm sure there.
Mebo video ni bi ma mencho okanyoma mienu. And we Ghana ni now utie Appiah Kubi. He's basically saying Chairman Wontumi is guilty. Tie. So utie Appiah Kubi in some no kan. There are two very important things no kind of interview him. One, or say we should make the court pronounce their judgment based on the evidence before it. That is one. And a two, or say mema yam hwe nipa nim na yam fambu na ten. He was talking about perception out there. Who Chairman Wontumi is, what he represents. They're not all can you say, Mama Yan Chairman Wontumi nyoma waye. And in your maybe a yedi susuno, na yemfem mu aten wo court. This is a lawyer who has stood before a court for almost a year to provide evidence to the court. So if his evidence are shown in court, or the defendant the client, so or the evidence now or you're very convinced, so the evidence he provided in court or before the court are evidence that can exonerate his client. Do you think he would tell Ghana for say, because I know for a fact that court does not base its conclusion on speculations or on commentary from outside the court. So if this guy is an experienced lawyer, that's what Abegina TV so catch will say, do not use or just look at my client, his character, what he has done outside. That it means that lawyer or the counsel, the defense counsel, who is Appiah Kubi to Chairman Wontumi, knows that whatever he provided in court to defend his client, it means that he knows they are not strong enough. They don't have that strength to exonerate Chairman Wontumi. Into TV Zone channel, he was basically calling, and it was an SOS call, telling the people my client will be jailed. This is language. This is intelligence. This is analyzing logic. This guy came on TV to tell Ghana for I said Chairman Wontumi is guilty. Because when I was entering the Supreme Court, the belief I had in my lawyers, I knew I was going to walk. Because before I came to court, I had given up evidence to my lawyers. They had briefed me, and they did not even say that we are believing. They said, from what we have, we can make a case for you to walk. When Kennedy Japan took me to court, when Kennedy Japan sued me, my lawyers told me this evidence we have, based on our interaction with you, you will walk. But if my lawyer or your lawyer sit on TV is now telling Ghana for say, it means the lawyer knows whatever he had in court, whatever evidence he provided to the court, he knows they were not sufficient. They did not have enough grounds to exonerate his client. And Appiah Kubi came to the radio to tell Ghana for say, Chairman Wontumi. Listen to him very well. He came to tell Ghana for say, Chairman Wontumi obedem.
I can make picture say, Ubeba court no abehwe proceedings na ekoso.
Sure.
In those cases, I can share with you the record of proceedings in the cases. But Nkrophobia Bontin, can some very tomorrow. But can we honestly convict on the records? I know the
Unfortunately, the record is what is before the judge.
Yes.
And the judge will not be minded.
I always cry that I pray that the court is a court.
Yeah.
That is my prayer. The only prayer that I do, they say, let us see a court making a pronouncement based on evidence.
Yeah. The evidence before the court. And not what is
outside the court. And not at the whims of somebody who is outside the court.
For Samurai Boy, the end of the year, we are all waiting for July 3rd. Yes.
I have filed a motion.
What file a motion?
I filed a motion
to arrest the judgment?
Not to arrest the judgment. I don't have that power.
Okay.
I have No, for all of us as persons in the legal fraternity, then what do you show?
No, withdraw CCR because of what you think would happen on July 3rd.
Not what you think will happen. Anything, because I pray that the court should be a court. Now, your decision, then I will come and I'll comment on the decision. But before then, I'll sound this warning. Someone may have any penny because you have any penny more. It stays with us, and it will also be, we will be confronted with it in course of our time. And you'll be Ochana you'll be for injustice to anybody is injustice to you.
To everyone, I agree. But lawyer, why would you do a case? You go through all the initial stages and go through trial. Judge, I'm not data or then a judgment. Now I withdraw. I file application to withdraw.
My lawyer, I check.
Yes.
My share proceedings are okay. Eliti said me who sent to be a free abontia. I smell it. And if you several cases near my days of proceedings. Was it name was notwithstanding?
I was over.
Okay. And no quantity case here in Ghana.
That's a summer boy case. They say somebody was shepherding the case. Giddy.
Just a giddy. I say
this is a lawyer. It's an SOS call. Why to say Akwara on in your opinion didi? Joy. I say Akwara keto on in your opinion didi. No mudi aduane na do usa aka be 2-3 kontomwa or so oni bie we ma crop because on kwa go nchansi nim abuofunu etisa akwara odi ni apeni didi we twam kontomwa 1 minute ni nua na twa otwa wa hwa aduane ne kofa ka krebi na asa osimi ndi biem because on say we are on about nchansi nim into obeso jaidi ansa na akaso go nchansi nim. He knows what he's doing. Appiah Kubi nim de oye. He does not want to go into the grave with Eddie Chairman Wontumi. He is trying to exonerate himself. He is trying to clean his reputation up because when Chairman Wontumi echo now at the final day judgment banner Chairman Wontumi differ, he might not get another client again. He doesn't also want to be the MPP person who in the first time in the history of MPP led an MPP person to jail. So what he's trying to do is to save himself. So all that he's saying is that unibibi but you never saw Appiah Kubi walk out of court one day to talk like this. After case now and we had 2 weeks Appiah Kubi ATM. Why? The day Appiah Kubi came out from court, judge, Eka say I'll be back on the 3rd of July to read my judgment. Appiah Kubi came out of court smiling. Mr. S, get me the tape. He did not show anything. Say Obi Tata no court, Obi Bibi or court, Obi Jinabontine. He never said anything. So suddenly, how come Appiah Kubi is out here telling the whole world say he was being suppressed? Now I'm sure. Or see, Obama reasons in tia what filing motion say on person be chairman Wontumi lawyer bim. That's fine. Yanko tie the reasons no or granting interview to I think 1957. Let's listen to him.
So let me move on to Samaboy. It appears to me that you do not have trust in or you do not believe in your clients anymore. We are learning that you are withdrawing your services to your clients in that case.
Yeah, it is not the case. There are reasons why I'm withdrawing my services from this process. It's stated in our affidavit in support of the motion. And I must say that I'm disappointed with decisions of the court. And I'm disappointed with the attitude of the court.
But if you withdraw your service, your client is going to perish.
No, when I withdraw my service, he is at liberty to engage another counsel. He is at liberty to do his case by himself, and he is at liberty to even apply to government for support by way of legal aid. So I'm sure he will take a decision when we get there.
What has the court done? What has the court done? You say you're not happy with?
I'm not happy with, particularly when I have made application for the court to order the prosecution to provide me with copies of the alleged assignment. Instead of the court making the order, the court dismissed my application. I expected the court to make that order for the prosecution to come and say that this is a copy of the assignment, or I don't have it at all, for her to come to a conclusion that there is no assignment. So that conclusive position we have is based on presumptions that since they could not provide the assignment, there is a presumption that it doesn't exist. But I expected the court to make the order directed at the prosecution to provide that assignment, or come to the court and say that there is no such assignment. For the court to record that there is no such assignment, and that brings finality to the charges on assignment.
And so do you think withdrawing your services is at the interest of your client?
I think the court is getting personal with me as counsel, and therefore my absence may warrant an engagement of a new counsel, and probably the new counsel probably will be able to freely interact with the court for the court to...
You know, this video is courtesy 1957. Now, Obu Busan say, Yatese say, Chairman Wontumi and lawyer biom. Na case the judge no on judgment. A dear potty pa na amao and there was a yet Chairman Wontumi onya the lawyer biom judgment. But also, or you're disappointed in the court. And at the end of the day, the decisions and attitude of the court na on pe. Ye dike scenario, judge throw judgment from nowhere. Akwawe plea bargain or Exim Bank case him. From nowhere, Akwawe say menye Chairman Wontumi lawyer biom in the Samurai Boy case. And you says adding or say one. The attitude of the court on pe decisions na court take case almost take over a year. This guy never once came out to say he had a problem with the attitude and also the decisions of the court. And also secondly, the amano I decided say onye Chairman Wontumi lawyer biom no simple. Ninyana say na opese court no ehye attorney general no ana prosecution say enkrata bi ono assignment nyoma bi ana ope no ose na opese court no hye the attorney general court no I enforce inti ano ka ho na on person we Chairman Wontumi lawyer bi. But what has this got to do with Chairman Wontumi? If you are disappointed in the court, if you are disappointed in the judge's reaction or the court's action, why do you withdraw your services? Because at this point, Chairman Wontumi nyɛ. If you are disappointed in the court, let Ghanaians know I'm disappointed in the court. So the issue is I have a problem with the court, but your client did nothing to you. So your reasons for dumping Chairman Wontumi, that reason or reasons does not make sense. You are saying so right now. Are you blaming the court? Are you blaming Chairman Wontumi for the court's actions? Are you blaming Chairman Wontumi for the court being insensitive? Are you blaming Chairman Wontumi for the court or the judge not forcing the prosecution to provide a document? Why are you blaming your client? He paid you to do the job. However you can maneuver to get that done in court. Chairman Wontumi is a daft person. He does not understand. So it's your responsibility as the lead counsel to make sure that what the court does not want to do, you force the court to do it. Your client, Jimmy, on the second or the amount. So right now you are saying you don't want to be your client's lawyer. And what has your client done to you? You just want to tell your client that you are going to jail. I don't want to be part of that record. I don't want court to write judgment and say I, Appiah Kubi, was your lead counsel. That did not make a good case for you to go to jail. Finito. That's what you are doing. You have thrown your client under the bus. This is logic. Simple logic. Because I won't tell any reasons now. Because a chianka Appiah Kubi a say my client disrespected me. My client did not pay me. My client is always out there saying things he's not supposed to say. Then I will say, okay, because of your client's attitude, because of the way your client was breaching the contract between the two of you, because your client was not allowing you to your job, when you decide to pull out, but today, all the reasons you are stating it's got nothing to do with your client. The reasons you are stating is got to do with the court. So if the court is not doing what you want, what has it got to do with your client? Appiah Kubi or say on the Chairman Wontumi adwuma biom. Let me tell you, Appiah Kubi eko Mahmoud Bawumia ho ena Bawumia friend say ombra no ombe breaki case ni down enkyere no. Now Appiah Kubi call no when he was called by Bawumia, he went to Bawumia to tell Bawumia everything from day one of Omufri court about the day the case ended. Now, during his breakdown, there was this huge confrontation and argument between Appiah Kubi and Bawumia. What was going on? And they say Appiah Kubi concluded Bawumia and Nkoforenim say Chairman Wontumi will go to jail. Now that is what triggered the anger between Appiah Kubi, Chairman Wontumi, and Bawumia. Enti Chairman Wontumi and Bawumia they got angry, furious, because they were saying say Appiah Kubi is a terrible lawyer. So Enonwe before na Appiah Kubi Babon Trebeka say he is not going to be the lawyer of Chairman Wontumi BM. You know why? It is because right now he cannot blame Chairman Wontumi. What he has to do is to blame the court. And nothing that Wontumi can say, I don't want this and this and this and this about my client, so I'm walking away. Now the only thing he can do is to put some flimsy excuses out and blame the court. But the main issue is that when Appiah Kubi went to Bawumia, Appiah Kubi was blunt. And if you have studied Appiah Kubi for a very long time in his political career, as much as he's stupid sometimes, every time in the LPP he's very blunt about some things. Especially when they were in power, you saw how Appiah Kubi was blunt on some few things. So when he went to Bawumia, we have been in court for all these years. I know this guy is your financier. He is pumping money into your campaign. What I can tell you is he's go to court. He will go to jail. Appiah Kubi made it clear to Bawumia and Chairman Wontumi and Bawumia and in the to say Chairman Wontumi will be jailed because the evidence the Attorney General provided and no. So Bawumia Bekachi Appiah Kubi say he's a terrible lawyer. He's a bad lawyer. And Appiah Kubi told Bawumia, say, what kind of nonsense are you telling me? I have stood on my foot or on my feet. Let me say it that way. For a year, I was working for free. Every single day I am going up and down in court. I'm not even seeing my family. I have basically moved to Accra. I have done everything as a lawyer to protect Chairman Wontumi. Today you Bawumia sit here and tell me I'm a terrible lawyer. And when Appiah Kubi PN say he doesn't want to be a lawyer for Chairman Wontumi. And nothing Wontumi ma real reason no. And nothing he's lingering around attitude of court, decision of court. Because if Appiah Kubi our issue with the smiling, assuring people, telling Ghanaians he has a good case, his client is doing well, but suddenly, why say judge naturally judgment this issue has happened? It is Bawumia. It is Bawumia. So what they have been trying to do is to get Kennedy Japan to intervene to go and talk to Lordina Mahama. And Kennedy Japan says he's not going to do that shit. I'm telling you today. Because you see, apart from Kennedy, the problem with this now, only Lordina is fine. So they are trying everything to get Kennedy to intervene. For Kennedy to go and talk to Lordina, for Lordina to. And Kennedy is like, Lordina is not a judge. Lordina is not sitting on the case. So Kennedy Japan to said he's not going to do it. And Appiah Kubi says, Jimmy for there, then I don't want to see to the end of this case, meaning the judgment before it comes. I want to isolate, I want to be out of this case. And nothing here waha. And nothing Abuchan say, Adenti, and I also want your Chairman Wontumi lawyer Bima. Adenti also want your lawyer because Chairman Wontumi oh shit. Chairman Wontumi any BB. Bawumia di na tem Oma Okachen so or a bad lawyer or a terrible lawyer onimi nyansa. Until right now no Appiah Kubi is mad. Kennedy Japan say Lordina Mahama nye judge. Only Lordina Mahama any sa friendship no. Only Lordina Mahama entrance in this uncommon because ono Kennedy Japan no wakoko so many times Chairman Wontumi so court. Into ono only Lordina any sa uncommon di. No no the only Lordina nye judge until on to me court Lordina at what their reason or their capacity. But you have to understand, Japan on your consequences, no. On him say, Lordina Mahama will not listen to this nonsense. On him say, Lordina Mahama is not going to open her door. Why do you even bring Lordina Mahama into this? Because they think, say, case, it is beyond. No, it is the court. Inti Appiah Kubi, I withdraw the services. It is because of Bawumia and the Dina Tem. Samira Bawumia Dina Temu Ofio. In fact, the problem Appiah Kubi nya epa or the Samira Bawumia kachireno. It was the insult from Samira Bawumia. And this lawyer told Bawumia, said, talk to your wife. That disrespect to me and other people in the party, it is becoming too much. Bawumia told him, say, that is when Appiah Kubi stormed out of Bawumia's residence, and that is how he came out to write this statement that he has withdrawn his services. O client no why obone ben ontumi nka chairman wontumi ade court obumra so ontumi nka chairman wontumi ade wakogina baby akoka bibia afa ho ontumi nka chairman wontumi eka bibi kira ontumi nka. You know why? It is because Samira Bawumia ne Bawumia no di natem. Now you understand what I mean. Now let me show you this. Appiah Kubi and some are not all can to justify why he left Chairman Wontumi. You boost the sound room. I remember the T. I feel what you say. That is the danger. That is what echoes were MPP mu. Man way, Mahmoud Bawumia na ashe de bufu. Eye Bawumia ire ene Bawumia omu di na temu. Or kind of correction say Chairman Wontumi go jail. They should embrace themselves for it. Ene Bawumia ne yiri di na temu. Now, my member eye audio no for the last time. The reasons in here also on your Chairman Wontumi lawyer biom. Now you understand say afi nchichi na bia ma no obeti ase. Appiah Kubi onye da. Appiah Kubi is done. And kind courtesy Samira Bawumia. Let's listen to this.
So let me move on to Samaboy. It appears to me that you do not have trust in or you do not believe in your clients anymore. We are learning that you are withdrawing your services to your clients in that case.
Yeah, it is not the case. There are reasons why I'm withdrawing my services from this process. It's stated in our affidavit in support of the motion. And I must say that I'm disappointed with decisions of the court. And I'm disappointed with the attitude of the court.
But if you withdraw your service, your client is going to perish.
No, when I withdraw my service, he is at liberty to engage another counsel. He is at liberty to do his case by himself, and he is at liberty to even apply to government for support by way of legal aid. So I'm sure he will take a decision when we get there.
What has the court done? What has the court done? You say you're not happy with?
I'm not happy with, particularly when I have made application for the court to order the prosecution to provide me with copies of the alleged assignment. Instead of the court making the order, the court dismissed my application. I expected the court to make that order for the prosecution to come and say that this is a copy of the assignment, or I don't have it at all, for her to come to a conclusion that there is no assignment. So that conclusive position we have is based on presumptions that since they could not provide the assignment, there is a presumption that it doesn't exist. But I expected the court to make the order directed at the prosecution to provide that assignment, or come to the court and say that there is no such assignment. For the court to record that there is no such assignment, and that brings finality to the charges on assignment. And
so do you think withdrawing your services is at the interest of your clients?
I think the court...
Guys, I'm a Ganjiro. Appiah Kubi confirm me on Asempa on this interview. Appiah Kubi catch him in Chairman Wontumi go jail. He was the lawyer for Chairman Wontumi. He knows the case he presented. He knows the evidence he presented. He saw the evidence the Attorney General put before him. He knows his counsel, his client was in the box, and he knows how his client fumbled. Appiah Kubi was honest. He told Bawumia, he told Chairman Wontumi, he told them to brace themselves and that Chairman Wontumi will go to court, he will go to jail. Appiah Kubi nailed it in front of Bawumia. Chairman Wontumi per Appiah Kubi's statement in front of Bawumia and what he's saying today on TV, on radio, and the statement he's releasing, he has confirmed that Chairman Wontumi will go to jail. Nobody said it. Appiah Kubi has confirmed that. Oba Nansafo Yebunibe yen kana sam medin Ede Kevin ko be retailer ochna yebehia yebedwum yebechechim ama Ghana for ehunu kure no